Hello everybody, I'm April here in driver recruiting with my colleague Emily, and today we are going to talk about what is regional truck driving. So to kind of get us set off, do you want to dive in a little bit? How do you explain regional truck driving to a driver that's asking, what is regional?
Sure. So regional truck driving is typically a position where you're staying within a certain mile radius from your home. Typically, I would say around the 800 mile radius. And then you're getting home probably weekly, bi-weekly. It's not anything, typically a dedicated route, something where you're hauling all different kinds of freight.
And then as far as freight, are regional positions typically touch freight or no touch freight when you see a regional position listed on Schneider jobs?
Most of the regional positions are 95% no touch freight. So that other 5% you don't really need to worry about touching the freight. If you were to have to touch the freight, you'd get paid additionally for that.
And speaking of pay, one of the biggest things that we talk about all day is how much do you get paid on a regional truck driving position? So do you want to cover a little bit how we structure our pay and how that looks?
Sure. So on a regional position, you are paid by the mile, and it does go based off of your experience. Typically, with no experience all the way up to years and years of experience, we can take drivers of all experience levels onto a regional account.
Definitely. And speaking of regional as well, there also is sign-on bonuses typically on most regional positions. Those will be based off that Class A experience. So if you have 3 months or greater, typically that sign-on bonus is a little bit higher than a brand new driver that has 3 or less months. That sign-on bonus is paid out over the course of the first year with the company. And in addition to that, we also have performance pay as well on those accounts. So they look at, your manager will look on a quarterly basis, looking at returning to work on time, fuel consumption, safety, and then there's always that opportunity for that additional bump in pay that way as well. So in addition to regional, we also have different lines of business here at Schneider. So do you want to kind of just touch on a little bit of our different lines of business that we have within the company?
Yeah, so we have dedicated, intermodal, over the road, tanker, can't think of any other one.
Tanker, intermodal, yeah, and then especially with the home time on all of those positions, it really can fluctuate. We have home daily, home multiple time per week, home weekly, every other week. Some of our team accounts are out for multiple weeks at a time. So we also have jet set positions as well, where we actually will fly you to where the need is, and you typically work in a particular area for a minimum of 3 weeks. So that position as well. So if you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and put those below and we'll make sure to answer those for you. I want to thank Emily so much for coming to the team so we can start to have you in more of our videos. And if you guys have any questions, just make sure to comment below. And finally, if you want to tell them where to go to apply to be a part of the Schneider family.
Sure. So you can just go to www.schneiderjobs.com, click on apply now, and if you see any positions that you like, you can go and apply. Otherwise, there's a general position that you can apply for, and we'll get you matched up.
Thank you, you guys.